smelled of cigarette smoke. Her clothing carried that odor. A walking cocktail lounge. Even though she lived here in this country of many colors, she was given to wearing gray and dull mud brown, just to be different. Once in a long while, she dressed up in something flowery. She moved like a sleepwalker. La sonambula. The walk of the aristocrats. There's something insolent about that pace, a slow-motion insult, a "screw you," whispered from her undulating hips. Well, she did walk that way. Until we stopped her. She was strolling behind the cathedral, promenading like a tourist slut, I'd say. But that's just me. Of course, I see everything from the biased, distorted view of a biased, distorted person. Anyway, there she strolled over the cobblestones, some of which were uprooted, on a run-down, unkept little road. She was glancing at the back of the cathedral in that nonchalant way she had, that I've seen every storefront in fashionable Barcelona and Madrid 100 times way she had about her. It was infuriating. The statue saints in their niches didn't give her a second look, even though she expected them to spring to life and goggle her. Her father was our fascist mayor who thrived on attention, adoring fans, drooling crowds. She had that same craving too, that need to always be in the spotlight. I despised her father, his politics, his posturing, his pompousness. In those days, my political beliefs were so strong that I was willing to risk anything and everything to strike him down, to wound him in some fatal way. My group, my little revolutionary gang, we all hated him. But since we couldn't get to him, his daughter was the next best thing. We had a shoe repair shop behind the cathedral. In back of the shop, there was a cluttered, dismal little room, a dump, but so convenient for torture and assassinations. We knew the daughter walked that narrow, deserted strip in the shadow of the cathedral every Tuesday evening, and we watched and waited and knew what time she'd be there. We waited. Time moved as gracefully as a medieval chant. Dressed in black, we seemed to merge with the dusky sunset aura of the alley street. And finally, she sauntered by, flaunting a flowing floral skirt. And finally, we did it. We did it. For years we got away with it. Eluded the police, outsmarted the detectives. We were like so many impossible cat hairs. No amount of time or energy was enough to catch us. But finally, after years of dodging, one of us, then another was caught. I was the last. Snagged on New Year's Eve. The trial, the glares of the fierce action figure judge, the sentencing, it all felt like one massive nightmare. And so I spend the rest of my life in this rat's nest of an existence, in a prison cell. And now, that act, those ideals, and that passion is as far away from me as the heaven-high ceiling